Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with a YGO Omega daily duel video playing some Card of Demise Eldlich. This was Angel Ibarra's list from the extravaganza. It's been a couple weeks ago now. Opponent is playing the new Cyberdark cards. Alright, have not looked into this deck at all. Let's see what it can do. Opponent activates Cyberdark Cannon and Emergency. Grab Cyber Dragon Core, so feeling a little familiar. Just noticed we have Divine Punishment and not Dogmatic Punishment in our hand. So this is going to be a really interesting duel. Core grabbed Cyberdark Realm, not searching Repair Plant for once, okay. Opponent has a machine dupe, but that's a little rough. So I don't feel like our deck is terribly strong at going second already, and messed up the deck list. So I don't know if this is like really bad. Maybe I won't upload it, but usually I'm not too shy about uploading my mistakes, and I do want to see what the Cyberdark deck can do. Opponent searched a Claw, going to use the effect of Claw. Opponent activates Cybernetic Horizon. Dumps hers and Chimera. Searches another core. Pitch is Cyber Eternity Dragon. Effect of hers gets another Cyber Dragon. Makes Nova. So Cyberdark Realm gives Cyberdark monsters an extra normal summon. But so far this looks like the same kind of end game as the normal Cyber Dragon deck. Nova's going to bring back Cyber Dragon. So I'm expecting they go into Infinity and Verta. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. This is an effect of the graveyard. If this fusion summon card you control. Okay, well it wasn't fusion summoned. Can banish from the graveyard and then keep us from targeting fusion monsters. Or destroyed by card effects, but Dragoon already does both of those. So Infinity, but they put it in the extra monster zone, so they can't make Verted now. Why would you put this in the extra monster zone? I don't get that one. If opponent just passes here, this deck is not looking terribly impressive. The Cybernetic Horizon feels insane. But I don't know about the rest there. Our opponent just passes. Standby main. We're going to lead on Extrav because we have it. I think we send Infinity pitching the punishment just because Divine Punishment doesn't do anything. Golden Lord, pitch, punishment, target Infinity. Opponent can negate this because we can just summon back Golden Lord. Can't Card of Demise the same turn you Extrav, so our Extrav draw was actually fairly poor. Opponent lets that go. Was not expecting that either. We'll normal summon Ecclesia. Effective Ecclesia. Search our one punish. So we put one punishment in the deck. Okay, I don't know what I was doing when I built this deck. This is not super inspiring. I want to keep all of our trap cards. I feel like Extrav is probably... So we could send Extrav and then have ChardarDemise for next turn. Not drawing into any Eldlich spells and traps is kind of annoying. We will indeed special summon a zombie monster, summon Golden Lord, go to battle, attack Cyber Dragon, attack for 15, our opponent down to 65, main phase 2, set Judgment, set Punishment, set Gozen. So we're not going to Gozen unless we have to, because we would like to keep both of our monsters, but we can send the Ecclesia without too much of an issue. We banish all of our Untis, but we do still have Titanclad. Titanclad doesn't do anything though, because we already have Ecclesia. So we can dump Wind Pegasus or Omega are probably our best options for the punishment. Judgment is just generally good. Opponent's going to use Cyber Eternity Dragon. We can't target or destroy fusion monsters, but we can probably stop our opponent from getting to a fusion monster just fine. We're going to use Core, sure. So they have 2 Cyber Dragons in their grave, and we know they search for it. Alright, they search Naxter. Naxter's going to target... Naxter's going to target Infinity, so we're going to chain Gozen. Now, their fusion monsters, I believe, are darks. Alright, Infinity targets Golden Lord. Punishment target Infinity. Send... I think we care to put back with Omega, not really. Probably send Wind Pegasus, destroy Infinity. We get to keep our Golden Lord. Opponent has a Core. Alright, we'll let the normal summon of Core go. If they link summon into Seeger, they activate Power Bond. I think we have to negate that or we just die? Don't think we can take a hit from a doubled attack Cyber Fusion. What if they're going for Cyber Twin or Cyber End? Those are the light ones. I think all the Cyberdark ones are dark monsters. That makes sense to me. Opponents thinking through their options. We are at 4,000 life points, which is low for playing against Cyber Dragons. They can put a lot of damage on the board. Really taking their time thinking through this. They've used a minute so far. We've used 18 seconds. We're out of responses. We're kind of just leaning really hard on Gozen to keep us alive. Opponent link summoned into Seeger. We would have liked to solemn that. But what can you do? Goes to battle. Effect target itself. Pumps it to 42. Doesn't attack. We draw a rivalry. Well, that's not very good. Set rivalry. Card of Demise. We get another rivalry. We get Golden Lord. How hard is it to draw into our Eldlich spells and traps? Activate Duality. Opponent scoops it up. Okay. I don't think they realize that they can't take any damage because of Card of Demise. We're going to cite out Divine Punishment because that is literally the wrong card. We don't want that in our deck. That's my mistake. We're going to bring in Lava Golem. I'll probably go to Imperial Order for going first. So this deck list is very interesting to me because it's citing the Nadir Servants, and on one hand it makes sense because we have Card of Demise and we discard it. On the other hand, Nadir Servant is a very good card and it feels weird not to be playing it. I feel like Rivalry doesn't do much, and then Border going second doesn't do much. So everything our opponent has is machine, so Rivalry shouldn't hurt them that much. We're going to try it like that, hope it's good enough. So far, Cybernetic Horizon feels like a very good card. Or at least a very above average card for what you would expect from Cyberdarks traditionally. But this deck doesn't seem to have any real advantage over just playing normal Cyber Dragons, like the Duran Leal deck profile that I have up on my channel from a few weeks ago. Opponent's going first. We have no disruptions, but we're not really playing any disruptions, so we're just gonna set 5 and pass. Trap Trick plus 4 traps feels not exciting. Opponent searches Cyberdark Realm. Activates Cyberdark Realm. Searches Cyberdark Cannon. Activates Cannon. Checking the log because I'm not like super familiar with the names of the Cyberdark cards yet, or at least associating the names with the picture. They grab Chimera. Activate Emergency. Thinking on what to grab with Emergency. Grabs hers. Activates Horizon. This is the card that I feel like should impress me. So they send one from hand, one from deck to the graveyard. So they load up the grave. They add a dragon or machine cyber monster, so a cyber or Cyberdark, to their hand, and they dump a machine fusion. So they search Naxter, dump Cyber Eternity Dragon. So they get 3 relevant cards in their graveyard and search a card. Hers triggers, which gets them another card. So hers just got them Cyber Dragon. I guess something else to keep in mind about game 1 is our opponent did also open Core Machine Dupe on top of all the Cyber Dark cards. And Core Machine Dupe is generally almost unbeatable. That's like the best Cyber Dragons can open. Opponent just passes with the Core and a Realm on board. Okay, that's suspicious. We're going to activate Extrav. I suspect our opponent has a lot of hand traps in hand. Or back row removal, but they're still at first. Alright, so opponent has hand trap number 1. We're going to set Prison, Punishment, goes in. Do we just set everything? That's setting everything is super greedy. If our opponent has Feather Duster, but I don't think our deck is meant to do anything else. So we're going to set 4 and pass. We're going to leave Trap Trick in case our opponent does have removal. Opponent, think through their options. If they had Feather Duster, I expect they would just slam it. Activates Cyberdark Realm. Sure. Summons Chimera. We're going to activate Gozen, make them choose. So I can keep Core or Chimera. Probably sends Core so they can use the effect of Chimera. Alright, sends Core, keeps Chimera. We have some bad news for our opponent if they want to use the effect of Chimera. Alright, they're going to... They discard Overload Fusion. We're going to change skill tree. I feel like Overload Fusion is one of this deck's best cards. I don't think I would... Their hand must be insane if they're getting rid of that. Because they can just activate this, make a huge Chimera Tech Overdragon, and just kill us, I think. Opponent sets a back row, sure. Goes to the end phase, doesn't even attack. During the end phase, we're going to punishment target the Chimera. Dump. Entus. Effective Entus, target their set. Blow up an Imperm, sure. We draw an Ecclesia that's really bad under skill drain. Summon Ecclesia. Go to battle. Attack. So I'm feeling pretty safe. Our opponent does have a Core, which we're probably going to have to use the Prison to out a Cyber Dragon. We are not very good at drawing our actual Eldlich cards. Opponent goes to main phase. Activates Emergency, sure. Grabs a Cyber Dragon. Just specialing a Cyber Dragon is also pretty good. Special Cyber Dragon, sure. So this works out really well because now we can summon back the Core, get rid of the Core and the Cyber Dragon both. Goes to battle. Attacks. We're going to activate Ice Dragon's Prison. Target Cyber Dragon Core. Summon Cyber Dragon Core. Banish the Core and the Cyber Dragon. And now we're leaning really hard on Skill Drain Gozen match, but I feel like if you're leaning really hard on cards, those are two relatively okay cards to be leaning on. Our Ecclesia is not a very fast clock, so our opponent has a lot of time to draw out of this. Summons another Cyber Dragon, so that already kind of draws them out of this. We draw Lava Golem. That's total non-bow skill drain and doesn't out Cyber Dragon. Switch Ecclesia defense. Set Trap Trick. Pass the turn. Activate Naxter. Pitch hers. Summons Naxter. Effect of hers. Searches Cyber Dragon. Thinking through their options. Probably contribute summon Naxter. Nope, just goes to battle. So I think we let Ecclesia die here. We could Trap Trick, send Ice Dragon's Prison, back a Cyber Dragon, banish this Cyber Dragon, and attack over the Naxter, but then our opponent still has a Cyber Dragon in hand that outs the Ecclesia next turn. So I think what we do instead is we finally use Trap Trick to force our way into our Eldlich cards. End step of the battle phase, sure. End phase, Trap Trick, banish Scarlet, set Scarlet, activate Scarlet, summon Golden Lord. We draw Torrential, that could be good later. Go to battle, attack Cyber Dragon. Opponent takes 400, down to 61. Golden Lord's a much better clock than Ecclesia, though. Go to the end phase. No real reason to go to the end phase, just a habit. Banish Scarlet, set Conquistador, and from here we should, no promises, but we should be in pretty strong control of this game. We know our opponent has a Cyber Dragon in hand. That doesn't out our Golden Lord. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, well, played through a very egregious deck building error. I think it's the first one of these I've actually put on the channel. I've done that a couple of times before, but never quite that bad. But deck worked. I still don't understand citing Nadirs, but the deck worked. GG, opponent.